Greetings, salutations, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Devin, and welcome to part 2 of setting up your game structure. Now, in this part, we're going to be covering controller management. Now, to start off, I'm just going to go ahead and run the game. Well, first, let me show you the controllers. So, I have controller 1 and controller 2. All they do is when they're created, they show a message saying that they're created. You know, just to prove that they are indeed created. So, we're going to go ahead and run the game. Move that over a little bit. Excuse me. Controller 1 made. Controller 2 made. Yay! Okay, so our controllers are made. It's like, well, okay, well, that's simple. You just went ahead and plopped them right into the room. Nope, not in the room anywhere. Okay, well then he probably put them in some. Oh, controller game. He probably slapped them in there. See, he could have put them in the step event, but oh my goodness, though, it'd be foolish to put an instance create in the step event without some sort of check. Oh wait, maybe you put it in room start core apply. Okay. Oh wait, what's this? This is the backbone of my controller management system. This little script right here, skr_include. What this is you specify a room and a series of objects, or an object in a series of rooms, and it will automatically add and move around objects as needed. You know, so first it checks the room, and then it checks to see if an object needs to go into that room, and if the object is not in that room, it puts the object in that room. This is the script that I'm going to teach you how to make today. So, I'm going to go ahead. This has been infinitely useful. And where this is useful is you're probably thinking, why don't you just make your objects persistent? You know, then they'll just sit in all rooms and you can set up conditions. Well, yeah, you could do that. But the way that works best for me is, if I have objects of a very specific task that I only want existing within certain rooms, I find it better to make them not persistent and then only create them as needed. And it's all done within this handy-dandy little script, which actually isn't too crazy. As you can see, it's only 34 lines of code, so it's not that bad. But do note that with it, you can add. So your first value, you got your what I call your key ring, or kind of the thing that holds everything together, which can be either a room or an object. And then you got your keys, which could be up to 15 other items. The GameMaker scripting system can hold up to 16 arguments. So you got your first argument, which is your key ring, and then you can just pile on as many other arguments as you want. And if you gotta add more, well then you just write this just write out the script again. So. But, I set it up so you can do it both ways, either objects to rooms or rooms to objects, because there will probably be some circumstances where it'll be more convenient to do one or the other. So, okay, so it checks your key ring, and it says, okay, now this right here is actually a nice little snippet of code. It allows you to have optional arguments within a script. There's I could do a whole video just on this sort of subject, but we'll get more into that another time. And this is where the magic happens that makes the controller inclusions so simple and so easy. So, of course, I got everything all backed up. Now, if you want, go ahead and open up your controller_game, go into your room start event, and go ahead and type this out. I'll wait. All right, if you were smart, you probably paused the video and type that out. So we got that going for us. And now you create a script, skr_include, and I'll wait. Okay, now good job. You probably paused the video and went ahead and did that. So let's go ahead and proceed and make this. So now, of course, this is all informational stuff. It'd be very nice to at least get this in here. This is for my convenience. Although I am going to, I create a Pastebin account, so I'm gonna put a link to the Pastebin, and you're just gonna be able to copy and paste this anyways. But still, if you want to keep along, still a good thing. So first, as with good practice with scripts, you declare some temporary variables. var keys key underscore ring I. We pretty much only need those three. If you don't have a good grasp of what temporary variables are, they're basically variables that only exist within the code window that you're currently in, and they do not exist anywhere else. If you want to make your game more efficient, you use temporary variables. So key underscore ring is equal to argument 0. Now, one thing that I've found, okay, number one, okay, there's actually two ways to set up arguments for a script. You can either do argument 0 or argument 0, as like an array. Both ways work, but I found it easier to always use the array version because you can always then use it as an array. While otherwise, if you type in just argument 0, then you can't use it as an array. So always use it in an array form. Just easier on you. It will, a little bit more future-proof. Keys 0 is equal to argument 1. There we go. All right, so now we got our variables figured out. Next, what we have to do is we need to make sure that our optional variables carry over. So let's see, optional arguments, variables. Optional arguments. And of course, there's a much more detailed explanation of this in the original version, and you'll get that in the paste bin. But anyways, if argument count is greater than 2 for, I'm just going to go ahead and open and close that right there. I equals 1. 1, not 0, 1. And I'll explain why here in a second. I is less than argument count I plus plus. Or if you're using GameMaker 8, I plus equals 1. It means the exact same thing. Keys I minus 1 is equal to argument, learn how to spell. Okay, I. There we go. Now what's going on here is, okay, you're probably thinking, Devin, why would you make that 1? Why not 0? Well, okay, so we gotta be respective of the argument array. Now tell me, what is argument 0? Argument 0 is our keyring. If we start off with 0, we would actually overwrite our keyring argument, and we would actually we would write our keyring into our keys array, and we don't want to do that. So that's why we start with 1 instead of 0, so that we start counting at our actual keys. So that's why we do that. Okay, now for the magic place. Check if key underscore ring is a room or an object. All right, this is where the magic happens. So if room, actually let's tab that in. If room underscore exists, key underscore ring, and we're going to set up an else statement right here too. Now, this if else is what determines if we're going from an object to rooms, or a room to objects, because it just quite simply determines for us, if it's a room or not. So, if it is a room, first we're going to check if we're even in that room. So, if room is equal to key underscore ring. So, we went ahead and checked the room, and the room call is true. Yeah, we are indeed in the room that is specified in key underscore ring. Well, let's go ahead and create all the objects that need to be put into that room. So, set up a for loop. I equals 0. Yes, we're being a little bit more traditional here. I is less than array length length 1D keys I plus equals. Now, if you don't know what array length is, I definitely recommend reading into it. I do want to do a video, actually, in the near future about the relationship between arrays and for loops, and this is used a lot. Basically, what it just returns the size of a one-dimensional array, and so if keys has it counts. Okay, so like key 1 and key 2, that's 2 arguments. So it will make sure to loop through the entire array. Okay, now, so if not instance exists keys I. So we check to make sure that the instance doesn't already exist first. Very important. We don't want to end up accidentally making 2 of the same controller object in the room, otherwise things could get funky, and we don't like it when things get funky. So if all that stuff passes, instance create x, y, keys I. Actually, to make things even more foolproof, 0 and 0. And in fact, I'm going to change this over in my thing here. That way, if you really wanted to, you could call this in a room start event. So, I mean, don't know why you would, but anyways, so that actually makes things a little bit better. So, we are now good as far as going from a room and setting multiple objects to the room. But now, well, if we want to specify an object and set it to multiple rooms, this is where where the code in this else statement is going in, and it's actually going to be just a tiny bit simpler, although for the most part very similar. So for I equals 0, once again, staying a little bit more traditional. I is less than array. I'm just gonna copy this because I mean it's right there, and there we go. So yeah, that's the exact same snippet of code. So then if room is equal to keys I and not instance exists key underscore ring. And then, well, very much the same. Although, slight difference. Instead of it being the keys array, we're going to create the key underscore ring. And there we go. That's actually pretty much it. So we go ahead and check to see if, we loop through the entire array of keys. And we check if the room is equal to anything in that key. And if, bloop, okay, yes, this room is indeed within our keys array here. So let's see, does an instance exist of our keyring variable? I mean, do we need to create one? And then if yes, we go ahead and create one. And that's pretty much it. We have created our script. Now we'll go ahead and run it just to make sure that works. Controller 1 main, controller 2 main. Okay, so it does exactly what it did before. So this here is, I'll be honest, this script here is my pride and joy. I love this script. It has proven so useful to me. But yes, you can structure an entire control system based on this script and what you specify in your controller games. And, this is very important. This has to be put. And in fact, I should make a note of that. I'm going to add that right now. Must be put in the room start event. There, I got a notepad thing over here that I'm putting on the paste bin for you. So, anyways, you can add as many of these as you need. You can sort them out as you need, and you will be able to add and manage controllers on a per room or a per controller basis, all within a single code window. That is extremely convenient for me because otherwise you're jumping from, Whoop. Okay. Otherwise, you're jumping from room to room. You're moving things around, and you're like, oh no, I forgot to put that room in that particular place in that particular. So, and I need that control object. And no, you don't have to worry about that. Of course, you can't specify the X and Y values individually, but they're control objects. You don't have to worry about that. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. If you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, be sure to leave a comment. And if this video has proven useful to you in some way, leave a like, a comment, and pay my website a visit. I work very hard in that thing. All right, well, you guys have yourselves a good one, and happy gaming.